Hey guys, thanks for watching. Today I am going to teach you how to use your guitar and this little device right here to sound just like Metallica, James Hetfield, Kirk Hammett, or any other band for that matter. With this iRig HD2 and one little amazing app, you can sound just like anybody you want. You don't even need an amp to do this. Stay tuned. Okay, now that I've got your attention, this is the iRig HD2. Let's see, there's a couple of 1/4-inch inputs on the bottom. One is actually an input for a guitar, one is actually an output for your amp. We're not going to use that, and I'll tell you why here in just a minute. On the top you have a micro USB power port, and you have a headphone jack. Okay, all we care about is the guitar in, the headphone jack out, and the power. So we're not going to hook this to our amplifier. Here's why. When you're using the different modeling effects and the tones and everything I'm going to show you here in just a minute, it just doesn't sound good when it's pushing through a guitar amp, because your guitar amp also has modeling effects. Even when you turn everything to clean, it still has a few little effects that seem to want to get through, at least in my case, and I can't get the tone that I want. So what we're going to do is run this thing through an awesome set of computer speakers. So right behind me here, I've got a Klipsch, I think it's a THX speaker, got it on Amazon. Works amazing. These are computer speakers, and they work amazingly well for this application. Well, trust me, it works, and it works great. So we can hook the speakers into the headphone jack on this, and then we'll plug our guitar into the other end. And there's also a volume and a gain control on each side, just a little dial here. And what we're going to do on that is we're going to keep the volume all the way up, and we're going to keep the gain all the way down. This thing puts out a lot of power, so if you got too much gain, it just doesn't work so well. And like I said, we're not going to use the amp output on this, but there is a switch on this to turn the effects off. So if you did have this plugged into your amp, and then you suddenly just wanted to use your amp's effects, you could easily just turn the effects off of this and run straight through clean, and then do all the after effects with your amp itself. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. This thing comes with a couple of cables here. It comes with a just like a micro USB to Apple Lightning cable. That's what comes with it to hook into your iPhone or your iPad. Now the other cable, same thing. It's the micro USB, which powers the device. There are no batteries required. Your iPhone, your iPad, whatever your device is you're connecting to, it actually powers it. So keep in mind that when you're hooking this into your phone or your iPad, that you're going to be draining your battery on the device. But it's not anything terrible. It's nothing crazy. The other end is straight USB. So you can actually connect this into a computer, use something like Amplitude. And I don't really know how to use any of that, but I just know this works amazing with my iPad and one special app that I'm going to get to here in just a minute. So, now I will also tell you this, that the Apple connector on this thing is a little flimsy. I mean, it feels pretty good, but I already broke one of these cables, and they're not cheap to replace, and they're very difficult to find. Had this plugged into my iPad, and I tugged a little too hard on my guitar cable, and it just snapped right off. So what I did, this is a great tip, guys, went on Amazon, I bought a standard USB to Lightning adapter, okay? I think it was like $13. Now I can actually plug the USB cable for the iRig, which I guess is really designated for a computer setup, into this adapter. Now this can go into my iPad, and then this can go into the iRig to power it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this into my iPad, which is right here on the side of the camera. We're going to go ahead and plug this into the iRig. Now we have power. This thing is fully being powered by the iPad itself, okay? So like I said, it will drain your iPad battery, but it's not anything terrible from what I can tell. It seems to hold up pretty good. Now, cool part, we're going to hook our computer speakers into the headphone jack on this thing. Remember, we're not going to use the amp out. So we got our power, which is going to the iPad. This is more than just power. This is also the data connection between the iRig and your recording device. So The cool thing is, using GarageBand, you can now record your guitar straight into your iPad. You can export it out to iCloud or Google Drive, or just whatever, email it to yourself, do whatever you want. And now you have amazing, crisp audio files of your guitar that were not done over the air using a phone or a microphone setup. It's just a really good, crisp sound. Okay, so we've got our volume all the way up. We have our gain all the way down. Now the most important part. We need to plug our guitar into this thing. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and share my iPad screen with you. Okay, so you should be able to see that now. And what we're going to do, I'm going to open the ToneBridge app. This ToneBridge app is free. It's amazing. And honestly, without this app, I don't know how much I would use this iRig. In fact, before I found this app, I was about ready to return the iRig because it just didn't work well for me with anything else. So once I found the ToneBridge app, which I'm going to open right here, this thing is amazing. As you can see, there are just everything you can imagine on here. Go up to the top right corner and do a search, okay? Type in whatever you're looking for. We're going to type in Metallica. And look at that. There's all your amazing Metallica songs, okay? You can break this thing down by song, by artist, by whatever you want to do. Some of these tones are specific to one part of the song, maybe the intro, maybe there's an acoustic part, maybe it's a main riff, or the whole entire song itself. And the sound quality is amazing. So as you go through these, you find the one you want. You can actually make it a favorite. Tap the little heart up in the top right corner. It becomes a favorite. You can assemble custom pedal boards. So maybe you got 3 or 4 tones in here that you just love. You can put them into a pedal board. Be able to easily tap those things while you're playing. I say easily. Of course, it'd be a lot easier if you could tap it with your foot. But if you can just reach over to the screen and just quickly tap it, you can change sounds. And all of this works in conjunction with the GarageBand app. I'm going to show you that now too. If you open GarageBand, I'm going to go ahead and turn on monitoring here. You want to go over here to the far left corner. I've already done this, but I'm just going to show you. You want to tap the little guitar input cable, and when you go there, enter app audio, effects, and ToneBridge. You want to make sure that that is actually check marked. And when you first do this, you may realize you have no sound. Okay, right now I hear my guitar, so I know it's working. Sometimes it won't work, and all you got to do is just bounce back to your ToneBridge app, select your pedal, or if it's already open, that's all you got to do. Just have the app open, bounce back to GarageBand, and then it will work and it will record. And then we're going to always use the Nice Room acoustic guitar sound, and this is found under it's actually found under audio recorder. So I know you're tempted to go to the amp section. Don't do it. Just go to audio recorder, more sounds, Nice Room, and then this thing is good to go. And then, like I said, you have to add the enter app audio right here. Okay. Once you do that, and like I'm telling you right now, see, I don't have any. There's no sound. But if I bounce over here to ToneBridge, the sound comes back. And then I can bounce back to GarageBand, and now the sound works. And as you can see, it's in there, it's working. We could hit record, lay down multiple tracks with multiple tones, and export these things out and do what you want with them. And it's a nice, crisp, clean recording. So if you want to get an idea of what these recordings actually sound like, I'm actually running another channel here on YouTube called Detrimental Society. It's a little channel my son and I put together where we're doing a bunch of guitar covers. Lots of Metallica songs. My son's a big fan of the band Trivium. He's doing some stuff on there. We've covered mostly Metallica. I've done a Scorpion song. I've done an Offspring song, and we hope to do some more stuff like that. But head over to YouTube. I'll put a link in the description here. But head over on YouTube and search for Detrimental Society, and you'll see our little cover band. And everything you hear on there was recorded through the iPad or an iPhone with the iRig HD2. And I'm really liking how it sounds. I used to just kind of set up my phone and catch everything over the air, and it just sounded terrible. So this works really well. And while you're in GarageBand, you can actually modify the sounds even a little bit more with the tone, presence, compressor, room controls found here at the bottom of the screen. So we're going to go ahead and get to the good stuff here. Now that we are in the ToneBridge app, I want you to see here Got lots of options here. I don't know what I'm going to play. I'm just going to go through these and select a few and, you know, play whatever song that they are entitled, and we'll go right there. So, Master of Puppets intro. Get everything here. And some of these tones are spot on, while some of them need a little bit of work. Now, the cool thing is, if you pick a tone, like let's say Master of Puppets here, and it's not exactly to your liking, you can actually edit this. You can go to the bottom left and tap Edit, and here you can see how this sound was actually custom built with every little pedal, amp, where the microphone placement is on the cabinet, everything. And you can adjust this and adjust the input gain, the output gain, and this thing has built-in noise gate, so when you stop playing, it just goes silent, and I absolutely love that feature. You can also do a little preview sound. And that kind of shows you what it looks like. Maybe you don't know how to play the song and you want to hear it. That kind of gives you an idea. You can adjust the effects and the volume right here from the pedal page. And I love how they put the custom artwork on each pedal to basically mimic the album cover. And these are real live pedals. If you hit the stomp button there, as you can see, it turns on and off. You can move the knobs around. It's really cool. So we'll go ahead and just bump this up a little bit. And it doesn't sound exactly right, but it's really not that bad. Alright, we're going to go ahead and pick something else here. Here's Enter Sandman. This would be the main riff in the song. You know, sometimes when you're missing the bass and the drums and the singing, some of the tones are a little lacking, I guess, but you'd be surprised how good some of these actually sound. Let's go ahead and skip ahead here and find something else. Here's, let's see. Okay, now, this one right here may be one of my favorites here. The tone that they used on this pedal is spot on. This is one from Injustice for All. And I'm going to put my switch up here and just listen. And if I put my switch down, it just sounds amazing. Let's go ahead and pick something else here. Let's see. There are so many to choose from. Here's Ride the Lightning. Let's see here. It's not perfect, but it sounds really good. Some of these are better than others. Here's Battery. Let's see here. The Battery intro really sounds good. If I can find it on here, I'll play that one. Let's see. Here's Call of Cthulhu. Alright, I'm just kind of jumping around here. I don't have any plan here. I'm just going to play what I see. Alright, here's Leper Messiah. Alright, what else do we got? Let's see. Four Horsemen. I know it's a little sloppy. I'm just trying to hurry through this and kind of give you an idea here of what these sound like. Here's Frayed Ends of Sanity. It's a lot of fun being able to just go through and pick any song you can think of, Metallica or otherwise, and basically get that sound. Here's a cool one here. Here's Fade to Black. Now this was the intro, which was done on the acoustic guitar, but you'd be surprised how good it sounds here. Try it with my switch down. Alright, we got, there's one again. We've already done that one. And here's Enter Sandman, the actual intro. That's one of those that sounds really close. Oh, here's the actual battery intro. Put my switch down. And if it's not quite loud enough, like in this case it's really not, I'm going to just go ahead and bump the volume up here and it'll get louder here. And remember, you could have GarageBand playing in the background right now, actually open in the background and recording these, and putting together a nice little song for yourself. That's how we've done all of ours, and it works pretty well to do it that way. And let's go ahead and get down to the last few here. See if there's anything else that catches my eye. I mean, you can just see they just, like, there's Bread Fan right there. It's one of their awesome covers. got some of the really obscure songs from Load and Reload on here. Quite a few of them, actually. And let's see. We've got... we're actually at the end of the list. So let me show you something else here. You can build pedal boards, and I've done a few of them here. And here is one I actually made for the song 1. Now, I didn't like the distortion that came on the actual 1 selected pedal, so I chose Lords of Summer for that effect. And I thought it just sounded, I don't know, a little more realistic. And you can make yourself a pedal board here, and you can just tap between the two, and obviously it's a little hard to do when you're playing and your hands are tied, but if you can just reach over there real quick and tap the screen, you know, you'll be good. So if you're playing, and then you can, you know, quickly get over there. I'm going to turn the volume down just a little bit. That sounds pretty cool. Alright, if you get out of here, you can go to the featured screen. Lots of stuff in here, just, you know, whatever you're looking for. There's 90s, Loud and Furious, Clean and Smooth. There's Guns N' Roses. You pick, and then you can always search, of course, for whatever you're specifically looking for. And if you go to, like, here's Clean and Smooth. Let's see what we got here. So these are going to be the Clean and Smooth thing. Here's Sweet Home Alabama, and nice and clean. Here's a Purple Rain. Got a nice reverb on there, some really nice effects on there. Sorry, I don't know how to play Purple Rain, but one is actually in there. Come As You Are by Nirvana. Let's see if I remember how to play that. That's actually the first riff I ever learned. Works. Californication. Let's see here. And if you go to my favorites here, I've already bookmarked a bunch of these, and I just, these are the tones I've really come to love. Here's Wake Me Up When September Ends by Green Day, and I thought it was really good. As you can see, it sounds really good, and you can always fine-tune it to get it just the way that you want it. I think that about covers it. So when you're in GarageBand and you want to record, you just got to make sure that your inter-app audio over here is selected. And as you can see, we're on ToneBridge. And if you don't hear any sound coming through, just close out, go over here to ToneBridge. It'll reconnect the app, and then you can go back to GarageBand. And then you should have sound, and you can hit the record button, and it'll add your track, and then you can export it out through iCloud or Google Drive, or email it to yourself, or whatever you want to do. And you can also adjust the tones right here as well, tone, presence, compressor room, and I found that the nice room acoustic, that really works well for the sound, for the iRig sound. So I really love this thing, but without the ToneBridge app, I don't know that it would have done a whole lot for me. I kind of played around with some other things on here. Just using GarageBand on its own, was not happy at all. Could not get any tones I liked. When I stumbled upon the free ToneBridge app, total thumbs up for me. So thanks for watching, guys. I appreciate it. Let me know what you do. How do you record? And has this video been helpful? And if there's any other reviews you'd like to see. And don't forget, when you're in ToneBridge here, you can find anybody you want. Just go up here and search, and You type in whoever you're looking for. Looking for MegaDeth? Look at that. Hundreds of MegaDeth songs. All of it right there. Pretty amazing. No longer do you need to carry around all these foot pedals, pedal boards. You don't even need an amp. You need a good set of computer speakers. And I'm really happy with these. These are Klipsch THX speakers, but they work really well. They're great for just computer speakers in general, for your music. But as you can hear, I don't even need a guitar amp. What I'm doing is just making it sounds pretty good through these speakers. So, hope you've enjoyed, and thanks for watching. I hope you'll subscribe and give me a thumbs up.